Ew. Brother,
Hate
ugh.
Brother,
I can't stop saying that.
I love that sound.
Brother,
Hello.
Wow.
Welcome back
Welcome back.
to my aunt's attic. How
We're
you doing
not
there, Grace?
in your attic, and we're not even at my house.
No, we're back at my apartment.
Yay!
And it figures that the one day we actually do come back here, they're working next door.
Meh.
So there's probably going to be drilling and banging and sawing and who knows what else.
Whatever.
Maybe the occasional argument. Who knows?
It's better than the coughing that was going on in my house this morning.
Somebody sick?
Everybody is sick.
That's disgusting. I mean, I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, I think it's disgusting too. I was like, I gotta get out of here. Like, all morning, my mom and my sister were like, when's Danielle coming over? Let us know. Like, we'll go quarantine in our rooms. Not quarantine, but like, they were gonna go do something else while we had the living room. And all morning, they're like coughing and like being disgusting. I'm like, I'm gonna ask her if I can go. And my mom was like, no. I'm like, I'm gonna ask her.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I sound congested right now. I'm not.
The allergies are killing me.
Maybe that's what
I'm
it is.
fit as a fiddle, but the allergies are absolutely disastrous for me. So that's good. It kind of worked out that you came here though, because like I said, I'm really tired. I stayed up way too late last night reading, and then I got up way too late today to do everything that I needed to do before I left for your house. So you coming here kind of gave me an opportunity to
Good.
actually do the things I needed to do.
Thank you, and you're welcome. And thank you.
Thanks, bruh. What else is new this week? Finals? Gross. Coming up?
Yeah.
That's a good time. That's a real good time. And it's
I'm
highly
scared.
inconvenient for me.
Yeah, because are you going away this weekend?
Tomorrow, me and Natalie, we're making it just a one-day thing. It was supposed to be, they had a hotel, they were going to stay overnight. So the whole thing was Natalie, her mom, and my Aunt Rachel, who is Natalie's godmother, they were going to go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to see the play Daniel that the Amish country or something puts on. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
But they were going to go see that. But then Aunt Rachel had to bail because of stuff going on. And then Natalie's mom was like, I'm not going to go either. And so Natalie's like, I now have 2 free tickets. And I'm like, I'll cancel work and I'll go.
I suck.
So we still have 1 ticket left. And we asked other people in our church and everything. Nobody could go because it was last minute. It's an all day thing. Who can take off a whole Friday, you know?
Right.
But you're a nerd.
Sorry, I am.
You're a
I'm a
nerd.
try-hard. I hate me. In class, I hate me. I'm the worst person in class.
Well, let's not say that.
No, I do.
I'm allowed to say that because your nerdiness
I'm a
is
try-hard.
inconvenience to me.
I hate it.
But no, you're allowed to be studious. You're allowed to be someone who is dedicated to their studies. You're allowed.
Did I tell you the story about how for one of my midterms, there was like a collective, unspoken, everybody's gonna cheat on this?
Oh, yeah.
But I was not in on it.
Yeah.
And so this guy that I have another class with, he's in like my group, he cheated on it. And so like a few weeks after, I was like, oh, how'd you end up doing on that? I didn't cheat. I studied my butt off and I got a 100. And I was like, how'd you end up doing? And he's like, I got an 86. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, what'd you get? I'm like, I got a 100. I was complaining to him about him cheating before. I was like, I didn't know we were all gonna cheat. I wasn't in on. And so he's like, you're the type. You're the kind of person who complains. Yep, of course you complained about it because you got a 100. I know.
No.
I'm the worst.
That's not the worst. Honestly, like the whole point of going to school is actually learning and trying. If you're just gonna... We've talked about this before, and I will go off if I have to. The whole point of learning is to actually learn something, to be able to apply it to your life, to better yourself, and to be able to better yourself in society. If you're going to school just to purchase your grades, waste of complete time. Complete waste of time. Why
and
are you
I'm
doing
learning
this?
so much.
Because you're actually trying. Whereas other
I'm
people
really
are literally
trying.
just going to college because it's what their society deems them they have to do it.
Like this one class that we were in, she was like, the professor was like, I'm feeling generous. Like, any assignments that you have from throughout the whole semester, turn them in now and you'll get some credit for it. Like, anything you're missing.
Beautiful.
So all of the students are asking, like, what am I missing? What am I missing? Da-da. And so I ask the TA, I'm like, am I missing anything? And they're like, we'll check. And they get back to my group. One girl's missing 6 assignments. This guy is missing 12 assignments. The other girl is missing assignments. And they're like, to me, they're like, you're not missing anything and you have 13 extra credit points. I was like, I hate myself.
No,
That's
I love
so
that.
annoying.
Because while they're scrambling to get their poop in a group, now you're
Everybody
set.
was
You're good.
scrambling too, because everybody stayed after class to like just, because the TAs were going to stay and collect stuff, so they were just getting stuff done after class. And I was like, okay guys, I'm going to leave.
No,
And
you're good.
then I lingered for a bit. I'm like, alright, I'm leaving now. And the guy's like, okay, that's the 8th time you said that. Get out of here. He gets so mad. But yeah, I get it. I hate me too.
No. Nope, you're good. You're good. I'm the kind, like, I cannot wrap my head around people not doing their assignments. Maybe it's just because of, like, my anxiety and stuff won't allow me to not do something when there's a deadline, or I have to talk myself into not doing it. Like, there was a couple assignments that my anxiety was just like, no, you will implode if you try to do this, just because it was, like, usually one of those, it was the Go React filming things.
Yeah.
That just did not sit well with me, and so I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I hated having to do those.
But it wasn't just, like, me missing something. Like, I was so focused on making sure I had everything. But, like, do people seriously just not do things and not turn them in? I'm like, I don't get that.
Well, this class, I think it's like a, I don't know what it is, but I think it's because it's so easy. Like, all of the assignments, like, one of the assignments was, here's, like, 30 pictures of different, like, apples. Like, some are clip art, some are real, some are paintings of apples. Which one do you like the best? And why? Or, like, it's just, like, opinion and reflection. Like, it's, like...
I would turn myself in knots about that. I would be so just like, is there a
but I
question
get it
behind
done
this?
so fast.
And I would have, like, this whole long essay. I'd have, like, a 3-page essay on why I like something. I mean, we saw it with the whole Avatar thing. I would sit there and ponder a question like it was the end-all be-all. Like, what?
Yeah. See, I'm just, like, I just try to get it done and turn it in the same day. Like, I don't even take it home.
Yeah.
Because I'll forget. But
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's because it's, like, so easy.
Then it turns around and
It doesn't seem like you really need to do it.
Yeah.
But then that's all we're doing, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm a procrastinator for sure. I'll put off until the entire, like, the one night before, and I will pull an all-nighter.
So bad.
But when I'm pulling an all-nighter, it's because I'm so dedicated. Like, what was it? Like, the 3-page, it was either a 3 or 5-page research paper that I had to do on shrunken heads.
Oh,
I poured everything I had in it. I had several mental breakdowns just writing this freaking paper. And he's just like, yep, check mark, check mark, check mark.
I
Good
hate
to go.
that.
100%.
I
I'm like,
hate that.
pardon?
When I just get
I killed myself over this, and you're just gonna hand me the 100? You're not even gonna, like... I was like, no, I needed something more from that. I mean, it was a good paper. It was a good paper, so I totally deserved 100, but, like, what?
No,
Was
I get
it?
what you mean.
No, I will. I'll turn myself in knots about... Do you remember was it the midterm or the final for for one of Jenny's classes?
The interpreting midterm?
Yeah, that's it. That one...
That was, like, huge.
It was huge, and it was just like, here are some terms, write a paper about them.
Oh my god! I remember, and you didn't even do it.
I looked at it, and I'm like, no. I just said, no.
I
left the whole thing blank.
Oh my god, I hated that test. I think I got a 90 on it. And then she offered us to, like, turn it in again. I didn't.
And I said, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing...
No.
My brain doesn't work like that. I looked at this, and she's like, here's a bunch of terms, create, like, a paper on it.
That's so
I'm like,
vague and stupid.
No. Now, the extra credit bonus, like, paper, I wrote an entire sheet. The very last bonus question kind of thing. Wrote the whole thing, but as far as, like, the actual question goes, I looked at it, I was like, no.
One time for
happening.
Kelly, I had, like, a 98 in the class, and she offered us an extra credit essay, and I did it. And she was like, I don't even know where to put this. Like, I guess you had, like, half an absence, so I guess I'll get rid of that.
There you go. I don't know.
I just want to make sure that I'm good. Like, okay, Weird flex. But, like, all of my classes I have 100s in.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to do extra credit just to make sure that if
I get
anything
that.
goes wrong next week,
No, I get that.
that I still have a 100.
I have that, like, defiant nature in me, though. Like, I have a problem with authority or something. And if I don't like an assignment, everything in me will fight it. Like, there was a couple assignments for my political class, my politics, that I hated with every fiber of my being. And it's to my own detriment. It's not like I'm getting back at the teacher. They don't care. They don't care if you do well on it. But if I don't like an assignment, I will, like, aggressively dismantle my own thought process with it. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone but me. But I'll just, like, angry write a paper or something. It'll be terrible because I don't want to do it and I don't like the assignment or I don't like whatever the question or something is.
See, you could have used ChatGPT for that back then. I know you don't like it, but for those kinds of things, or for, like, busy work kind of things, I feel like you would have appreciated it.
I detest busy work.
Exactly. That's what it's really good for.
Now, the thing is, with busy work, a lot of times those busy work assignments can actually be created into a really awesome, maybe, like, group discussion or something. You know, there's other ways to go about it rather than just like, here's this random prompt, write a paper on it. How about let's take this random prompt and let's hear other people's thought process on it and see how, you know, the other people's brains work. Let's actually talk about that. Like, it can actually become really cool if applied in the right way. I hate just busy work.
What class was it that I feel like we had so much? Was it like linguistics or something that I feel like I was rewriting the same essay
It was linguistics.
over and over and over again? Or like... Yeah. The questions were like, what questions do you have? And that's like a required question. I'm like...
It was always like the reflections.
Why am I doing this?
It was the reflections at the end of each segment or something. And
it's
I'm like,
so
do you have any questions? I'm like, I feel like I have to make up a question just to fill this in. I don't have any questions.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Did you get kicked out of the... Well, were you in the sign language, like, remind text messages? Or ASL club?
Recently?
Yeah.
No.
I've been in it, and Kelly kicked me out of it a few days ago. So that felt personal. I'm sure that it wasn't, but
we did get that text message that said that we were allowed to
Yeah, but I tried looking up that place. I have no idea where it is.
Isn't that the house that OCC owns?
Is that it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I typed it in Google Maps and it, like, gave me coordinates to, like, a random field.
That's concerning.
And, like, a country club in Massachusetts.
Field trip? Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Do you want to go?
To the...
Yeah.
No.
I was hoping you would want to.
What? I don't even know what it is.
It's just their end of the year party for the club. That's okay.
That's socializing with a lot of people I don't know.
Yeah, but we'd probably see our professors and Shelby and me. You'd see me. You like me sometimes.
I get enough of you as it is.
That's fair, but
that's a lot of socializing.
We don't have to stay for long. We just pop in.
Go?
I'm kind of a little.
When is that? I don't have my phone.
It's like the 15th or something. It's like a Wednesday.
Girl, I gotta work. What?
All right. Never mind.
Let me see. Wait.
Was it supposed to say furnace? Because it says France. Is that right?
Hold on. Never mind. So I texted one of the gatekeepers or maintenance, and she just now answered me, and I'm like, that was a half hour ago. I don't need this anymore.
You got it. You're the gatekeeper now.
I'm the gatekeeper now. I figures I choose now to respond to all my texts, and people text me while I'm in the middle of something. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, is it May?
May 15th. Wednesday, I think.
On the 15th, 4 to 11. 4 to 11?
We're not staying till 11!
But, like, who's putting on a party that long?
Why don't we just pop in from, like, 5 to 6? Get, like, free food or something. I'm just kidding. Fine. You know what? I don't want to go anymore.
That's terrible. No, wait, let Let me just make sure if I have someone scheduled already that day.
Well, I also want to know where it is. Because if it's like a half hour away, I just have no clue where it is.
Yeah, so I do have someone scheduled, but not. I have someone earlier. Wait, it's a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesdays don't work for me.
Why?
I have church that night.
Oh, okay. Till
I
11?
mean,
They do that sometimes,
it's at
right? Midnight
7:30.
mass?
It's at 7:30. If you wanted to go from like 4 to 5,
No.
do that.
Forget it.
No, I can do 4 to 5.
They kicked me out of the group chat anyway.
Banishment. They don't want you.
That was so rude. Well, because Shelby was like, yeah, alums are... You can come to Sign Language Club if you're an alum. Alumni? What's the difference?
I thought alum was just
Short for alumni?
I
thought so too, but now I'm not sure.
Wait, no, isn't alum... I'm an alum. We are alumni.
Oh, that's nice.
Cactus cacti.
She said that alumni can come to the club, so I figured that's why I was still getting the text messages, but I guess that was just a straggler because they kicked me out.
Ah.
I loved getting the messages. Like every Wednesday, it'd be like, come to Sign Language Club. An M250, whatever.
I cannot stand getting any kind of text message that I am not an active part of. I can't stand
I have
it.
memories. It brought back good memories.
Nope, I am.
Oh wait, speaking of cola, Coca-Cola.
Were we?
Yeah,
I didn't.
the Bears.
Oh. Yeah.
Um,
So for folks who don't realize, I have a little. His bear or his Coke tipped over.
spilled.
It's spilling. Oh no.
It's pouring
I have
on
those
you.
little bears that we were talked about way back when. I have the little bears, and then Mary Grace had little Coca-Colas, and so I put the Coca-Colas with the bears. But 2 of them have spilled, so let me fix that.
Maybe they're just closed. I haven't popped them yet.
Speaking of Coca-Cola, what now?
I was at McDonald's the other night,
Gross.
and I know I didn't get anything because what am I gonna get?
Why were you at McDonald's then?
My friends were there,
Gross.
and I was with my friends.
Friends, gross.
So I went to get some water from the fountain,
Ew.
and there were a bunch of like, oh boy, never mind.
Do you know how disgusting those fountains are?
Yeah, but I can't tell the story anymore because I don't know what the difference is between like Hispanic and Spanish.
Well, Hispanic is. Let's get canceled.
No, like genuinely, I don't know what the
Genuinely?
difference
What?
is.
Genuinely?
Genuinely.
Well, Spanish is like from Spain.
There were Spanish-speaking kids.
Okay.
There was like 12 of them,
Okay.
and they were so small, and they were like playing
with the fountain?
with the fountain, and I'm like reaching over their heads to get ice and water, and they're pointing, and they go, "Cola, cola." And it was so cute.
That's precious.
Cola, cola.
So
It was so cute.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's it. I just love that. They
I'm
were
so glad you said.
little.
I can't believe you weren't about to share that story.
Well, I just don't know what the difference is, and I like feel stupid every time I try to say one of them.
We're white.
What is Hispanic?
From Mexico?
Wouldn't that be Mexican?
Or Latin American, Spanish speaking? Is it Spanish speaking Latin American from those countries? Because there's a difference. There's Latin American that there's. I'm gonna mess something up.
Is
real
what you're
bad.
saying is you don't really know the difference either.
This is me talking out my butt. That
That makes me
I'm
feel
absolutely meant
better.
to do. But like Spanish, there's from Spain, and Spanish from Spain, and Spanish from like Mexico, they're different. They're a little bit different. But then you have Latin America that speak Portuguese and speak this and that and the other.
They're
There's not
speaking
all-
Spanish,
Okay, so yeah.
but I don't know what they were. Like, I don't know where they're from. But the parents were not watching them.
Were they little brown kids?
They were little brown kids. And they were going, cola, cola. And they were so cute. Like, they were just like, hey. They were standing at the soda fountain the whole time we were there, which was like an hour and a half. The parents were just off somewhere else, and they were just like, shh.
They were just fascinated.
Just playing with the soda. It was so cute.
I guess they know their kids' fascination. If
There's
they know
so
they're going
many
to
of
stick
them.
around in one spot, just leave them
They
be.
did. They stayed there. But they were so little. I just, like, reached over their little heads and got my drink.
That's so cute.
Cola, cola.
Oh my gosh. I still can't believe it. You're taller than me.
Yeah, I'm
You're
really
a hair
sorry.
taller than me, and I can't get over that.
I have short energy.
Which isn't a bad thing, but you do.
I know. But why?
I don't know. You know what your face just looks like the face of someone who should be shorter.
Because I'm kind of stretched this way. I'm stretched horizontally.
No. I don't know. It's just, okay, so what's her name? Not Colby Calais. JoJo. Do you remember JoJo?
From Aquamarine?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I know her from, by the way.
Listen,
Oh, God.
this is not meant as an insult. Please don't. But her face, she's a beautiful woman, right? Her face looks like the face of someone who should be much fatter.
She's got a round face.
But it's not just round face. There's plenty of round-faced people that look perfectly fine as, you know, they're thin or whatever. Something about her face just said, you should be fat. She's not.
I think that
She should
happens
be fat.
a lot. Because, like, growing up, did you watch Wizards of Waverly Place?
Yes.
You know Harper?
Yes.
I grew up thinking that she was, like, the fat side character. She's not fat, like, even at all.
No. But she does have that shape
face.
of her face that's just like, you should be fat. She's not fat
And
at all.
same with, you probably didn't watch Victorious, but
I did.
the sister Trina,
Yeah.
I grew up thinking that she was, like, fat. She's not even fat a little bit.
No. See, she has a round face, but she doesn't have a should be fat round face.
She has just an energy
me.
for me. Well, it's probably because of the way she was portrayed, both of them. But I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Anyway, you're saying I have a fat face?
No, not in the slightest.
Or just a short face?
It's not your face is not short. Just something about your feature. I don't know.
The proportions.
But you have like
It's kind of like no, it's not like that at all.
petite. You're just petite.
Thanks. I'm not though.
You're not, but you are.
I'm 5'5".
I know.
It's like pretty average.
I'm like the short squat toad to your long and lanky. Like
But I'm not long. I'm just like very proportionate. It's like annoying kind of. What?
Sure, I just had it in my head.
What? You? Or a toad? Oh, God.
I'm blanking so hard. I'm what's from VeggieTales?
Which one? Larry? Or Bob?
Bob and Larry!
Love it.
I'm Bob, you're Larry!
We gotta name this episode that. I'm Bob, you're Larry. Yo, but that's like so many cartoon duos are that.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I'm crying. Oh my god.
That's so many cartoon duos. There's like a tall,
is.
lengthy one and like a wide, short one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there any...
We're like the same height though. You're an inch
I'm
shorter than
5'4".
me. That's so silly.
Oh my god.
But I
Anywho.
do have such a vibe that you should be taller than me. Like
It's
a lot
just like
taller.
an
Like in my head, you're like 5'8".
Oh gosh. There's a picture of me and Lauren and Natalie. They're both like 5 foot flat.
Wow.
With me being 5'4", and then I had boots on that had just enough of a heel. Maybe I was 5'5", 5'6", or something. And I had that as a profile picture of something when I was still on dating apps. And some guy was just like, "You must be like 5'8", 5'9". And I'm like, "Nope, they're just wickedly
They're
short.
really
I'm
short.
short. Nope."
There was a picture of me. Oh my god. So I went to Steubenville Catholic Conference every summer in Ohio.
Stupidville. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
When I was in high school, I don't know. I was
I
probably,
can't believe that you were right next to me. We were like,
Yeah.
we.
I went
passing
every
the night.
summer. It was like a 3-day thing, but I went every year. I
Yeah.
loved it. Just for the meeting people. I just like meeting people.
You're much
But
more
anyway.
social than I am.
I met these girls. I'm trying to remember what the story is, but like they would have different like speakers. They had like a big like what do you call it? Auditorium? No. Whatever. A gym with a bunch of chairs, I don't know.
Okay.
And they would have like speakers and they would talk about whatever. Inspirational and stuff like that. But then they had like a magician for no reason. Like I feel like they just had to fill some time, like an hour of time, and so they had like some magician come on. And I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm looking around for a bathroom and like it's closed or something. I don't know. I end up in the basement trying to find a bathroom. And these two girls are with me who I don't know, also trying to find a bathroom. And we're like laughing, I think, because we ran into the magician in the basement after the I don't remember what happened, but I ended up like laughing with these girls about something. And so they're like, "Oh my god, can we take a picture with you?" With me. I don't know why.
I need to see this picture.
And they got my Instagram. And they were like tall and they were athletes. And I'm in between them in this picture, and I was like 5'2" in high school, and I look like so little. It's so stupid. But yeah.
Do you have the picture?
I'll find it.
We gotta post it.
Oh god, it's so old.
Oh, wait for it.
But yeah.
That was a good one.
Some stranger like did my French braids or something.
That's cute.
Okay, oh wait, I gotta go to they tagged me in it. They posted it on Instagram, they tagged me in it.
While you find that, I'm gonna say it before I forget. I have been looking for something to do with my life.
I guess I don't look that short, just like mad petite next to them.
Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my god, you look so much like your sister there. Like, I'm pretty convinced that's not you.
It's me for sure.
That's your sister. Holy cow. You're so cute. Oh my gosh.
I was.
From just enough of a
I
distance.
was so little though. I was so scrawny and short and weird.
Let's be nice to yourself. You're so cute. You're so cute. This is seemingly unrelated, but in my head it's totally related. I was looking for jobs with Syracuse Stage just to kind of change up the monotony of my life right now. Problem is, what did they call it? Run crew or something that just kind of does whatever needs done backstage, just as tech crew. It's a full-time position. Wow. It's 40 hours a week, and I'm like, but I can't do 40 hours a week, but I was like, I really want to be tech crew for something, but I can't do a full-time job.
That's
especially
crazy.
At like $15 an hour, pardon.
That sucks. That's less than I make.
I would make. In one day, I would make as much as I make in 1 hour at my job.
That's crazy.
Like, I cannot do that. I cannot give up my actual career for that. But I really want to do it. I love being tech crew. I want to do it.
What could we get you into?
I was thinking about getting a job at the bookstore for like a 1 day a week when they needed someone to help shelve their shipments or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, maybe I could do that and get an employee discount. That'd be nice. But then I don't want to be on someone else's schedule. Like,
that's how I feel.
That wouldn't be active enough. Like, I want to be a cog in a machine. We've talked about that before.
Let's make our own musical.
You know what I was thinking about?
Oh, God.
Remember when we were talking about directing
something?
We were at the Crunch Game, and we were saying, like, I wanted to, like, make a movie, write a script or something, and then take our time to make sure that it is acted so unbelievably well. But, like, the props and the scenery, it's all jank. How funny would that be? Like, make it, like, the greatest, write and direct, like, the greatest movie ever, but have it be completely zero budget. I think that'd be so much fun. And I have it in my head. I have the story and everything. I just need to write it.
Make, like, those, like, music videos, and it's, like, shot on an iPhone or whatever. Like, I think that's cool.
21 Pilots just came out with another song today, Backslide. Ooh. So good. This is the third single that they've come out with for this new album. I haven't actually liked the first two. I probably should just listen to them a couple more times to get into the groove of it, whatever. But this one was actually good. The video was, like, again, zero budget kind of thing, but Josh directed it, and it was really good.
That's cool.
It was really good. So I'm pretty excited about that one. When the album comes out, it's going to get pushed back to May 24th, I think he said, just because they want to make a music video for every one of the songs, and they just need a little bit more time. So I'm pretty excited about that. I just need to hear the album as a whole, because right now the singles, other than Backslide, they're not doing it quite for me.
Hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see how it all comes to fruition. But yeah, let's do something. Because I need something just to break up a little bit of the monotony. I'm working 6 days a week now. I've decided to actually take off Sundays. But I'm still working 6 days a week. And it's a little tedious. I love my job. But when I don't have any... Coming from me, who hates socialization, I'm like, I kind of need some socialization.
You need a creative outlet.
I do. I need to have a little bit more run and go purpose. A little bit. Yeah.
It's so stupid that it's 40 hours a week. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know that they were like... I mean, I knew it was like more
I know
professional
it was that serious.
level. I didn't know it was like professional level. I was like,
yeah.
What? I just thought it was some people getting together to put on plays. Like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, they have applications out. They are technically hiring. And I was like, do I just send in an application and be like, I'm available for 20 hours maybe for show nights and stuff. I could do costume. I don't need to be there 40 hours a week for costumes or something. Or some of the tech crew, I could do this set, switch it out. I don't need to be there for 40 hours a week for set switching. I don't know. Either way, I need to do something. We could make more modern versions of your little skits and stuff that you had going on there.
Oh, those are so bad. I really want to edit that one that I just have all the footage for, but it's unedited. That would take a lot of time. Edited it. I can't wait to be done with school so I can actually like get something done.
Speaking of that, we weren't speaking of that, but son of a beanstalk. What? Tennis. We're gonna start playing tennis.
Yes.
Oh.
I have a new obsession, a new addiction. Bowling. I love bowling.
Where did this come from?
I went bowling on Saturday with my friends, and I love it.
Are you any good?
Honestly, no. But I got better. Oh my god. Is there a sock in my...
There's a sock in your pants. There's a sock in your pants. Oh my god.
Whoa. I want to put it back. There's a sock in my sweatpants that I'm not wearing.
Oh my god, that was great.
But I must have taken these off with my socks at the same time.
That was awesome.
Oh my god, it stayed in there the whole time.
Well, it's cinched at the bottom, so they're holding. That's so funny.
I was like, this feels padded. Anyway.
I was not expecting that at all.
Okay,
I'm down to go bowling.
I love it. It's like addicting because there's if you're with a group at least, there's like time in between when you're actually bowling and when you're not. So like there's like a few seconds of like a rush and you just like can't wait to like do it again. You know what I mean?
No.
When you bowl, it's like
I've been bowling, but I don't get it. I mean, it's
no.
fun,
I just felt like every time after I was done bowling, I just like couldn't wait to like try it again to like try to do better.
See, I'm impatient. I'm like, if you have more people, then I have to just sit there and watch other people bowl, and I'm annoyed, and I don't like that.
Although I like laughing at other people.
Okay.
And cheering for other people.
See, I can't actually bowl. Not legitimately because my nerve damage in my hand, so I have to like fling it upside down.
Interesting.
So instead, like when you're bowling and you're...
Isn't that the sign for bowling is this way?
Yeah.
But you don't bowl this way. Bowl this way.
With like underhanded, your palm facing the pins, but I have to do it with the back of my hand facing the pins because my wrist doesn't do that anymore. I'll break my arm if I try to again. So yeah, I'm doing the sign version of bowling.
Why is it like that?
I think, well, I mean, people can bowl like this. People do bowl like this, but it's not usual. Not the average.
Anyway, I liked it a lot.
I like it a lot. I'll go bowling with you occasionally.
Occasionally?
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad not if you can't bowl, but we should definitely play tennis.
No, I can. I just do it differently. I suck, but I don't care about that either.
I'm not good. But I got better, like, within the night.
The atmosphere of bowling alleys. That I do love. I like it's very ASMR friendly for me. I like the sound of it, everything going on. I do like that. I do like the atmosphere.
Well, we went and it was like a what do they call it? Like a neon disco night, and they were playing like 90s, 2000s music, and
Nice.
like
Yeah.
it was just good vibes. It was so fun.
I don't think I've ever been in a bowling alley,
Bowling.
bowling alley where it didn't feel ancient.
Oh yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if
they
you
all
redo
do.
a bowling alley, even if it's brand spanking, it feels old, and
It's
I
because of
love
those
that.
stupid animations that come up on the screen.
Yeah,
Those are so
I
weird.
remember the bowling alley in St. Clairsville. The buttons, everything was so old. I don't know if they ever redid it or anything. It was so old, but like the plastic coating over the buttons was like worn away, and you have to like dig your finger to
I
make
was
it
digging.
actually activate. Yeah, that's a good time. Just the decrepit nature of bowling alleys is just supreme. It's just immaculate. I
I
love
like
it.
it.
I
I
like
had
it
a
a
good
lot.
time. I was afraid because I don't know. I have not liked bowling in the past because it feels like a lot of pressure and it feels like everyone's watching you.
Everyone is watching you. Nobody
Well,
cares, though.
I don't think it was watching me because I don't think anybody really cared. Like people were watching the people who were doing really good.
I always felt like bowling was, it's like watching a fire. You know, you'll just stare
Just
into
get
the
kind of
depths of a
mesmerized.
fire, but nothing's really happening. You know what I mean? But you can't help but look. And that's what bowling is. Like, you're watching people bowl, even though you're not actually, like, taking it in what's happening. Your eyes are just focused in that general direction.
Well, it just felt like everybody was watching the people who were doing really good and the people who were doing like funnily really bad.
You know what was fantastic?
What?
The whole group of young adults, when we still got together, we went bowling one time, and no one was doing a score. We were just having fun. And at one point, 3 of the guys lined up, and they would like start to bowl. The other would pick it up. The other would pick it up, and they would do they did like a train of
That's
like
cool.
putting it. And then the last guy bowled through all 3 of their legs. Strike.
Whoa!
They got a strike. I think I have the video somewhere or other, but it was the coolest thing. We had the entire
That's
place
sick.
roared. It was fantastic. It was awesome.
That's
That was
super
a good
cool.
time. We don't get together anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we're all actually like, it was when we were like young adults, and now we're actually adults and we all have lives, and so we don't get together anymore. There were other things about that too, but we're not going to get that. Whatever. It's
That
fine.
sucks.
But
Being
yeah.
an adult. I don't want to be one. I don't think.
It's not fantastic. You really got to work at making it a good time. That's what I'm trying to break up the monotony, because speaking of that, NPCs. What are your thoughts on NPCs? Are you an NPC?
Okay, so NPC. So this is a term I'm like
I've
been
literally heard it for the
exposed
first
to, but I'm
time.
not super familiar of. I think I know it just means that you are just like
It's a non-playable character, and I
bland.
literally just heard. I'm not on TikTok a whole lot anymore, but this is one thing that I did for the first time. I just saw it like 2 days ago.
It just means that you're just like
Going through the motions.
a side character, like going yeah.
And I was like, is there anyone in my life that's like an NPC?
Am I an NPC?
Someone tried to explain it a little bit, and I'm like,
No, I'm too stressed to be an NPC.
I don't know. I'm wondering if my mom has become an NPC.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I've been like feeling like well, I haven't seen the Truman Show movie, but I have a
What?
feeling like the Truman Show, the movie.
I didn't know there was a movie. What?
Isn't it a movie? It's called the Truman Show.
I have no idea.
I haven't seen it either, but I just know it's about like him and it's like a simulation and it's like really his life is like a reality show.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, I just have been like getting weird like paranoia that like everything is not real. Like for example, Yik Yak. Whoa.
Oh my god.
That's kind of sick.
I wonder if that's catching it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but
It sounds
What
like
are
my
they
gut.
doing
It sounds
over
like the
there?
inside of my guts. It's like that's kind of sick. I like it.
Well, my sink has been draining really slowly. So for folks who don't know what's happening, my sink is gurgling like no other. It's still going.
Slowing down, I think.
A little bit. It's gurgling like crazy, but my sink has been draining really slowly. I got underneath there. I took all the pipes apart and everything. Perfectly clear.
Hmm.
So it's something further down that I can't get access to. So I'm like, am I seriously going to have to go buy Drano and buy Snake and all this kind of stuff? I'm like, that is not my job. This is not my apartment. But I don't want to do that.
Well.
And I don't want to bug them. They're next door doing something, so they might be doing something
Glug,
with the
glug,
water.
glug, glug, glug.
But yeah. Maybe it cleared it out. Maybe it'll drain faster now. What were we talking about? NPCs.
Being an NPC. I feel like, okay, so Yik Yak is an app where you post anonymously to your school. And I was going to post on it the other day, and I'm like, what if this is fake and everybody knows that I'm posting? Like, you know what I mean?
What?
Like, what if this isn't real? That it's not real that everybody is posting anonymously? What if all these posts are fake? And I think I'm posting anonymously, but really everybody knows exactly what I'm saying. And it's just a haha in my face. They tricked me to download this app, and everybody now knows my anonymous posts. You know what I mean?
No, not
that
the
crazy?
slightest.
I'm trying to think of another example.
What?
Well, I just like look around at people, and I'm like, these are NPCs. Like, these people are just fake.
They're not.
They're just put here to like.
Well, my thing
for the show.
is with. There's a term for it, and I can't remember the term for it.
But
But when you become aware of the fact that everyone actually has their own fully fleshed out life,
I'm having the opposite.
it's dialing back
I'm
for you,
having
and
like
you're like,
these are
everybody
all
is an NPC.
actors, but not actors.
These are these are all your NPCs
NPCs
in your simulation.
Yeah.
See, I have the other way. I'll cue into the fact that, like, I'll be driving down the road and I'll look at all the cars around me and think to myself, every single one of these people is going to a destination to talk to people, to activate something, to, you know, to go to their work, or they're living their life. Just as I'm driving down the road to go to work, to go visit my family, whatever. Every single one of these people on the road is doing that too. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Because everyone is a side character in your own life. You are obviously your main character because duh, but everyone is a side character. And then I also think about the fact that how many times have I gone from being just a side character to suddenly a main character, like a secondary character in someone's life. Like my friends and my family, I am a secondary character in their life. I'm not just a side, like I'm not just an NPC, but I'm a side, like they're the main character and I'm a secondary character, but I'm an active part of their life. And then also, how many people's lives have I been a villain in? People think that, and when they remember, they're like, don't like her, she did this, and blah, blah, blah. And they'll remember me as a villain in their story. How many times has that happened? And I'm like, oh!
Yeah.
Straight to the gut, man. That hurts. And I'm like, I gotta do better.
Well, that's how I feel in these classes. I feel like everybody's like, ugh, this annoying girl, just try hard.
They'll be saying differently when you're running the world.
I'm not running anything.
Well, that's one chick in my son of a gun. Sociology class. I was talking about something or other, and she's like, in the back, she's like, Danielle for president. And I'm like, Lord help us all.
Does it smell weird?
Probably. It smells like sewage now with that gurgling.
It smells like poop.
No.
Do you smell it?
Not yet. It hasn't reached over here yet. But the sink in my laundry room constantly smells like sewage because it doesn't work. I tried to the water's not connected to that sink or something, and so I think just sewage is just sitting in there, just chilling. And I'm like, that's not good. It's glugging again.
Anyway, no, I feel like I look at people driving or walking, and I feel like I could walk up to them, and like my hand would go through.
Oh my.
Like as if they're not like.
That's not fun.
Because I feel like there's no way.
Oh, I smell it now.
It stinks, doesn't it?
It's real bad.
I feel like there's no way that there's that many like independent beings. Like there's no way. So I can't wrap my head around it, so I must be the only one.
Well, let's just start walking up to people, punch them in the face, and see if they're actually solid. I'm sorry, I thought it would go through.
And they're like, that's almost more confusing as to why you punched me. Ew.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Stinks.
Sorry. Shouldn't have come here.
My bad.
It's deceptively beautiful outside. We could have, like, if it wasn't 36 degrees outside.
Kind of smells like deviled eggs.
Sulfur. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. Sorry.
I don't really care. It's kind of funny.
I don't know. I would light a candle or something, but maybe the whole house would blow up.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so one of the things that I saw as far as this NPC thing, video guy of a guy is saying that if you ever question if someone's an NPC, when you're talking on the phone to them and you go to hang up, don't hang up and see if they hang up. Because a lot of people will just like expect you to hang up the phone, and so they'll just let it go.
Yeah.
And I had to think about that for a second, because I was like, okay, if you're playing a video game, and that's where NPC comes from, is it's in video games, a non-playable character, and you're talking to one of these NPCs, and you finish the conversation, they're just standing there. They don't go anywhere, and you're expected to then leave and proceed with the rest of the video game. But if you just stand there,
Sorry.
Can you get it together over there, please?
It's the sulfur in my nose, I think. It hurts.
Are you actually a demon or something? But if you're in a video game and you end up just standing there, well, the person is just standing there too. Like, no more conversation. Their role has been completed. And then they're not going anywhere because they're an NPC. You are expected to then proceed with the rest of your life. And so I'm on the phone with my mom.
Wait, when was this?
This was just last night. I
was on the phone with my sister last night and the same thing happened.
But my mom never hangs up. She never hangs up the phone.
My sister didn't hang up last night.
Like, my mom expects me to hang up the phone. And so I'm sitting there waiting and I couldn't do it for very long. I had to hang up the phone. It was freaking me out. But she never, I'm like, maybe she's just doing something else and she doesn't have a chance to, because she always has her phone on speakerphone because the headphone thing doesn't work. You can't hold it up to your ear. You can't hear anything. So she always has that on speakerphone. So I'm like, maybe she's just doing something else where she can't reach over and hit the end button. But it's every time.
That's weird.
And then I'll just sit there for a few seconds and like wait for her to hang up just to see if she does. And she doesn't. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, Josie called me last night. She was like downstairs. I was upstairs to ask me something. And I was doing something else. So we were like, okay, bye.
And just sat there.
And then I look and I'm like, why is she... And then I hung it up. That's weird. Oh, I'm scared.
Well, my problem is I'll go to hang up the phone, but if it is somebody who does hang up the phone, when the phone closes out, it goes back to my, especially if I use my call history log to find the person and call them. Then if they hang up the phone, I'll be going to hang up the phone, but end up clicking someone else's number and start calling them. So I've had to train myself to like hold off on hanging up.
Interesting.
Because how many times I've called people I haven't meant to call because of that. And so I just give it like one quick second to see if they hang up, and if they don't hang up within that second, then I'll hang up. But like, I've done that a couple times with my mom, and she just does not hang up. I don't know. It was kind of weird. So I'm like trying to figure out, and it was hard to kind of think, like, am I an NPC?
This is just so funny because I feel like this term is so like...
It's hard to
it's
hard to equate to humans though, because we're so, and like I said, I'm the opposite direction. I recognize that people who do have fully fleshed out lives, and so when I'm trying to think, like, do they equate as an NPC?
But what if not?
But they are.
But how do you know?
Because it is. It just is. And I'm well, especially with the sexual...
Whoa.
Am I the demon? What is happening?
She's a demon.
Where was I going with that? No, I forget.
NPC.
Oh, with social media. You see people living their lives. They're putting it on social media to see.
Oh my god, another thing that's making me question everything is like TikTok, because I get so many advertisements and it's like, I don't know. I'm learning about too much like propaganda stuff in school, and it's like it makes me question everything.
If it sounds super scripted, I'm skipping it. If I look at the bottom and it says sponsored, I'm skipping it. I will not give the time of day to anything that's trying to suck me in. I won't do it.
But they're trying to make them like the ads like very like you can't tell it's an ad.
I saw one. They're using AI now to make like personal testimonies for, oh, this thing works really well and I did this and this. And I saw one that was just enough where the speech pattern didn't match the face. And I was like, this is AI. And I was like freaked out by it. It was so...
I saw one that the girl had taken a video of like, you know, like when you're just holding your phone and it's just like your nose up or like your eyes up.
Yeah.
And so like her eyes were moving around and they had dubbed over like an AI voice. So it looked like she was talking because her head was moving around and her eyes were moving around, but you couldn't see her mouth. But she was giving an ad for something.
Ew.
But it was so casual, like you would maybe not even know because she was just like, oh my god, I just tried this thing and da da da. Like, it was weird.
That's like what's
going on?
happening?
Are you the freaking NPC? You're glitching! I'm gonna stick my fingers in your face now.
I'm phasing it out. Oh my gosh. But no, that's why I've drawn back away from a lot of social media just because I just don't care. I just don't care anymore. I'll find myself on TikTok and like the moment someone says or something, I don't care. Oh, I don't care about this. Or they're talking about some story. I don't care. I don't know you. And that's what it's bad, but it's also a weight off of my shoulders and off my mind. I've stopped caring about things that I have no control over. And it sounds terrible, but I don't care what you did yesterday. I don't care the interaction that you had at work the other day because I don't know you. I don't know your workplace. I've never been there. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so and then I just get into that habit of like, oh, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. And I'm like, if I don't care this much, why am I on TikTok? And I get off TikTok. So I've kind of broken my habit with that a little bit.
Did you hear about that the FDA... No.
The FDA is such a freaking gimmick.
That seed oil paid the FDA to say that butter is bad for you. And it's not.
I totally believe it.
Seed oil is bad for you. I think I knew that, but yeah.
Wait, the seed oil is bad or butter is bad?
Seed oil is bad.
Okay.
Butter is not.
But they paid them to say the opposite? Or what did they say?
I think seed oil paid the FDA to tell everybody that butter's bad for you and to use seed oil.
Uh-huh.
But I think I knew that seed oil was bad.
Well, is it...
I think I thought that both were bad.
Well, there was that whole thing with, like, trying to convince you that butter is bad to get you to use margarine.
Right.
When margarine is one molecule away from being plastic.
Right.
So, ew.
I'm scared.
That's why I have, not that particular reason, but I've gotten away from a lot of the processed foods. My fridge is empty, basically. My freezer is empty, I should say. I've gotten away from processed foods. Anything that's pre-cooked and you just pop in the oven or the microwave or something, I've gotten away from that. I'm buying individual ingredients and trying to put things together. But even that, there's so many... That's the problem, is America has processed their food to the point of it's not food anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to keep it on shelves longer to sell it for more.
Well, yeah, even if you buy an apple, it's like coated in wax and like probably bleached and like fertilizers and pesticides. Like,
well, there was that government meeting where they said they're now putting it's possible to put vaccines in like tomatoes and everything, and I'm like, I really have to make my own garden here. I really do. And even then, we were talking about the other day. The ground is...
It's all ruined anyway.
It's all ruined.
Yeah, so even if you try to eat healthy, like, it's okay, you go to the store and you buy fruits and vegetables, they're ruined already.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I would love to go to another country and learn how to make their fresh foods and everything. But the problem is, then you go to other countries and all the food tastes very bland.
Oh.
And that's because everything here is so chemically processed to the point where it becomes like addicting. That's why I won't do McDonald's anymore.
Right.
Because it's so chemically ridden with all these things that are actually addicting to your brain chemistry that it makes it taste better than what it actually is. So you're addicted to not the good tasting food because it's disgusting, but you're just addicted to whatever is in it. And that's the same with like potato chips. They put stuff in it to actually make you addicted to it, and that's why you have such a hard time just eating a couple, because you're quite literally addicted to it. And I'm like, you can't get away from this kind of stuff. And so if you were to actually go to another country where all these additives and processed foods are illegal a lot of times, their food is probably going to end up actually tasting a lot more bland because those chemicals aren't making you think, oh, I have to have this. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, no, it's actually just fresh food.
Right.
It's just fresh. That's all it is.
You also don't have to drink as much water in other countries because our water is like stripped of everything that we need to drink water for. And that's why we have to drink so much of it.
That I haven't heard much about. Or I don't have any hot takes. I don't even have anything to pull out my butt on that one.
Well, there's supposed to be like minerals and stuff and like...
All I do know is Dasani is disgusting.
That's...
How are they still in business?
Fact. See, again, with the sharp water, Dasani is so sharp. Like, it hits me in the back of the throat. I feel like...
See, I'm the opposite. Dasani has, like, almost like a mud-like dullness to it. This, like, lingering aftertaste of a dull, just, ugh.
Ew.
Ugh.
Brother, ugh.
Brother, ugh.
I can't stop saying that.
I love that sound.
Brother, ugh. Did you see that one I sent you with when she's crocheting?
Brother, ugh.
And the ball, like, you know when you pull it and it, like, rolls towards you? She's like, pushing it away, brother, ugh. I thought of you.
Oh my god.
So much.
Dude, the little things like that in life. Just,
brother,
I love that. Brother, ugh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was thinking, I was like, I want to do blackberry. No, not blackberry. Yes, blackberry, but black raspberry bushes. Black raspberries are so good. And I want to make, because there's a lot of land here that's just wasted. And that's another thing I'm going to talk about here in just a second is grass. But there's a lot of land here and there's fences all around this apartment complex. And I'm like, how much better would it be to, like, instead of just mowing more grass, let's put, like, bushes along these fences and stuff, and blackberry bushes and strawberries. Like make a community garden for our church and whatever it is, and use all of this beautiful land for something a little bit more, I don't know, useful. But that's another thing. Grass.
Yeah.
I hate grass.
Eric and I were just talking about this.
I hate it.
That and like raking leaves and like people they collect the leaves.
Yeah,
and then
and they're like,
turn it into mulch, and then they sell it back to you.
Yeah, you have to rake up your leaves so it doesn't kill your grass. Kill your grass. Kill your grass because it's stupid. It's
but
literally
also,
it's a waste of space. It's a waste of any kind of anything. And this is such a hot take because I'll see comments on different things like, "Who cares?" Like blah blah blah. Like, "Oh, you're such like a tree hugger" kind of thing. And I'm like, but the whole point of grass was to just show off your wealth and the fact that you could waste land. The whole point of grass was the fact that you could waste land because you were wealthy enough not to have to farm it. And you were wealthy enough not to have to actually make something productive out of it. You could just waste the land and make nice green and luscious grass. It's literally the most epic definition of a waste of space because that's quite literally what it is. What? And then you have to pay money to maintain it. You're wasting space and you're wasting money.
I feel like we're gonna get killed pretty soon.
In the way the economy is, it would be a blessing.
Like the way that we're posting this online, I feel like.
But then again, we have one listener. And our one listener is actually, I'm not entirely sure exactly what he does. I've asked him multiple times and I still can't rack my head around. I don't know what David does. It's something nature conservationalist or some kind of
job.
He does testing with this and that and the other, and I don't know what it is. He keeps the pH balance of the world. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's not working because, again, grass.
But yeah, I hate grass. And look how much grass. And I'm like,
it's
the whole middle section, the mall here in the middle, huge community garden.
That'd be sick.
That'd be so amazing, other than just wasting a bunch of time mowing grass. And they spend a lot of time mowing the grass here.
Yeah.
But yeah, all along the fences along these sides could be blackberry bushes that feed the whole church. Like, come on. Feed the whole freaking community. I'm all for it. I should talk to our pastor. I'd be down. I told my aunt, I was like, I want a house so I can have a garden. And I want to make strawberries. I want to, I want to make all the things that I need.
You would have loved my house growing up. We had everything.
I'm so jealous.
We had everything.
My
dad had, like, built, like, a... What do you call it?
A greenhouse.
No, for vines. Like, grapevines to crawl up on. Like, a little...
The lattice.
A walkway.
What?
Like, it was, like, a bunch of... square shaped pieces of
Trellises?
wood, like going like trellises, I guess, but it was like it was like a tunnel
Okay.
of trellis,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all grapevines. And we had peach trees
Heard
and
through
apple
the
trees
grapevine.
and
Where'd you hear that? Oh, the
blackberries and
grapevine.
strawberries and blueberries and tomatoes and herbs
love
and
that.
spices, and it was so good. And nobody's taking care of it. It's all still there, but it's all probably dead.
See, we have plenty of people that I think would really, really enjoy that kind of thing. There's a couple older people here in this apartment complex that...
It's so easy. Like, we had peach trees, and, like, we were not, like, maintaining them. But we would have bins and bins and bins of peaches.
Well, you know, I love it. It's just like when I try to nurture plants in my house, that it's so, if I overwater it by 2 drops, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
But then you got other plants, it's just like, frick yeah, concrete. And they flourish in the middle of a sidewalk kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like, let nature be. And just with like a little, okay, if you get it started, let nature take its course kind of thing. And
I feel like I've seen on TikTok someone say dandelions are like...
let dandelions grow.
Yeah.
Let them grow. We have, again, more money being spent to maintain to get rid of weeds and everything here. Somebody, I don't know what business company it is, but they come and you just see him riding up and down the grass, spreading this chemical stuff or whatever to keep weeds away. And I'm like, let the weeds, or what we consider weeds, grow. Dandelions are the #1 pollinator for bees. They're their first thing to spring up in the spring, and that's what gets the bees going. Like, let the dandelions be.
I've heard they're super useful for stuff.
You can eat them.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit bitter, but I mean, like, sure, you can eat them.
Do you remember, like, eating, like, just random stuff when you were a kid? Someone would be like, oh, you can eat this. And you would. Like anything.
What?
Like a little flower, like a little weird blade of grass or a leaf or something. Like, oh yeah, my dad said you can eat this. And then you would.
No. You're
Or
alone on
thing
that
where
one,
you,
babe.
like, put the buttercup on your chin or something.
Remember the little kid saying with the dandelion, and its head popped
And
off.
its head popped off.
And I do remember. I forget the whole little ram.
Mama had a baby and its head popped off.
Yeah, it's nice.
What happened?
I
Or
can't
her
remember.
head popped off?
And its head popped off. I don't know. I can't remember the whole thing. All of our little rhymes and nursery rhymes and stuff were very creepy.
3 blind mice. I looked it up like a few days ago.
Was it just about the 3 blind mice? I don't know what it is. What?
I'll read it. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See.
Well, you know,
how
this
they
little
run.
piggy went to market. That's not what I always thought it meant.
Okay, 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife. She cut their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice? That's it.
Ew.
But it's weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but this little, like, I'm thinking in my head, this little piggy went to market. And I'm like, la la la, its basket and picking up different nope. Nope.
No.
You are in the market. Like, yeah. Ring Around the Rosie. We've talked about that before. That one's gross. I have a weird obsession with those kind of days, those dark days, and
Me too.
the dancing plague, and I just something just it just itches that part of the brain. That's just that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Are they making nursery rhymes?
Are there
No.
new ones? Good question.
I feel like there's probably still reusing old ones.
I was actually just thinking. I was like looking up. I wanted to look up like old folktale songs,
Mm-hmm.
and because songs were how stories were passed down way back when, and so I'm like, where did all those songs go? The sea shanties and everything. But like, actually, what are they called? Sabato? What are they called? Hold on. They're not new. They're very popular. Oh. My cousin Danny asked about our retreat dates for this summer for Jill, his girlfriend, because she hadn't signed up for it. So I sent him the dates for it, and he sent back grassy ass. As in, like, gracias.
Gracias.
And it took me a minute. That's funny. He's an idiot. What was I on here for? Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
To find this music group. They're not new by any means. But Sabaton. Sabaton? I don't know. They are a Swedish heavy metal group that takes historical battles and historical moments and all these different stories and creates songs about them. So you can listen to their heavy metal music and learn stuff about history. And I'm like,
that's sick.
I'm thriving. So yeah. But the only thing is now I just need to get to do the research behind each of the songs to know where it's all coming from. But I love it. It's great. So yeah, that's going to be a new obsession of mine. Just, I love history so much. We've talked about it before, but history, everyone says like, oh, you need to learn history so you don't repeat it. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You need to learn the why behind the history to keep from repeating it. Because if you don't know the thought process, if you don't take a minute to actually think about what motivated people to do the things they were doing, then you're going to end up repeating the process because you're not actually avoiding that mentality. Yeah. That's what you have to do. You have to get into the nuggets of the brain to figure out why people are doing what they're doing. Because history may not, like, we don't live in a time period anymore where people are gutting each other with muskets and you know, all the, you know, blowing each other up with cannons. We have different battle strategies. We have different military weapons. And therefore, we're going to have to go about battling and going about war a whole different way. Yeah. But if you figure out the mentality behind it, that's when you can actually apply the proper strategies to modern day warfare. And that was just one example. I'm not saying modern warfare, but government as well. You have to figure out the motivation behind the different laws and regulations of what was going on and why things do work and why they don't work. And you have to get behind the mentality of it. I'm going to make myself angry again. We should probably move on.
Here we go. You hear JB is going to be downtown today?
Who?
Joe Biden.
I thought you meant Justin Bieber.
JB.
He's in Syracuse?
Yep.
For what?
He's going to the most for something.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't really care.
I don't care either.
Don't really like him.
He told on himself. He told on the government.
How?
It could have been taken out of context. I didn't see the whole thing, but it was just like, how many times does Trump have to go about saying that you can't trust us? Like,
what?
He called himself out. Like, no, you can't trust the government. I think it was my view of it. Again, I only saw this one little clip, and anything taken out of context, who knows what it actually was. Right. But to me, it just sounded like a slip of the tongue. But him slipping of the tongue was the first time he ever told the truth. And I'm like, that's hilarious.
A Freudian slip.
So yeah, he was just like, something Trump said about saying something that can't trust us, blah, blah, blah. I think he was probably saying, how many times does Trump have to prove that you can't trust him? I think that's what he was probably trying to say. But what he actually came out with was the truth, that you can't trust the government.
That's a fact.
Oh, that was good. That was funny. But again, context, I don't know. Look it up yourselves, folks. I don't know. Fact check myself. But I don't do that here.
That's not why we're here.
That is not why
we're just here to make claims.
The trees are so pretty. They're bloomed right now. But then once they get the full leaves and everything, they stop being really pretty. So I'm sad. They're really pretty right now. But look at all that wasted grass!
Love it.
I want a garden to take care of. Again, just something to kind of break up the monotony of going to work, coming home, doing this, doing that. I'm like, oh gosh, I really want to be tech crew. I really want to do it.
I don't know.
Do you want to start working on a script for a movie?
It sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I do.
I say that, but
it's just such a big project.
I say I want to do all these things, but I can't even get myself to like sit down at the computer to actually make our clips for this.
Exactly.
So I'm like,
that's a commitment.
That's a big commitment for myself.
We had more people on it.
Speaking of commitments, though, it only takes how many times?
21.
What? I think I want to say 10. I think it takes a matter of doing something 10 times, repetitively, consistently, to create a habit.
I think it's 21, isn't it? 21 days?
I don't know. But I'm working on that.
What's your habit?
Today marked day 4 of working out in the morning.
Whoa!
So habits are being attempted to being 4.
That's
Am
so
I gonna
cool.
stick with it?
I hope it's
Who
10
knows?
days then for you, but I feel like I heard that it's 21.
I'll take it.
We'll look it up.
Whatever it is.
That's so cool though. Like, what kind of workout are you doing?
I hate working out. Like, I cannot stand going to the gym. I cannot stand boring, mundane workouts. So I have a dance program.
Oh, cool.
So it's actually really fun. But it is a full body workout, dude. There are 6 different clips. There's 3 different dance videos of different levels of intensity. And then there's an upper body workout, a lower body workout, and 10-minute abs. And I told myself, I was like, my Sundays are going to be my rest day. But then the rest of the 6 days of the week, I'm going to do one of the videos. I'm going to go back and forth with all the different videos. Only problem is, the upper body workout, I have to have a resistance band. Do you have a resistance band?
Yeah, I have 3.
Are you
want
willing
one?
to give me one?
I don't
need one.
use them.
I haven't done the upper
I have
body
like
workout
I have 3 levels. I'll give them all to you. I don't use them.
appreciate that. So, I need to... My twiggy arms. My little twiggy arms.
They're just like, they're circular, right? Just like rubber. Circles.
Oh no, this is like a band. Like a big long rubber band with 2
Cut
handles
it.
on the end.
Oh, I don't have handles. I just have bands, like rubber bands. Big, thick, fat rubber bands.
I have no idea.
You could use that, no? Just
I
like
don't know.
put your hands in it. I'll give them to you anyway.
Okay.
I'm not using them.
It has a specific workout, but I can always modify it for different...
Well, what is it? You're like pulling it apart or something?
They like loop it around their foot, and then it's like pulling.
You could maybe do it.
It's like...
I forget how long they are, though. But they're just like circles. Big rubber circles.
Okay.
So maybe you
I'll
could
make that
step
work.
on it and then...
Yeah, I'll make it work. I'll figure something out.
Although, like, you probably want to use, like, the lowest resistance because it's most stretchy.
I am very
The
weak.
highest one is, like, really tight.
Very weak. So yeah.
Not about that. I'm just saying for, like, the length.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay, so this first result says it takes 21 days. The second one says 66 days.
Oh my gosh.
And the third one says 10 weeks.
Oh, that may be where I got 10 from. Alright, I got 21
10 days!
21 days. I can make it 21 days.
Yeah.
Consistently working out. I can do that. I've been, I got into my daily Bible study. I've done good with that so far. It's been a few months with that. I can do this. I can do it! I hate it, but I like it. I can do it.
I'm gonna start
It's
working
good.
out, but I hate working out.
I created the habit of making my bed. I cannot leave my house without my bed being made.
Wow.
And so that is a habit I did form, and I really love that. Statistically proven that you get a better night's sleep when you climb into a nicely made bed. I will do anything for a good night's sleep, so it includes making my bed. Make your bed, woman.
I haven't changed my sheets in probably a month. And also, the top one has disappeared. I'm just sleeping under my comforter
I used to do that.
on a dirty, dirty, dirty fitted sheet.
You know what? We're going to talk about that. I do not change my sheets nearly enough.
I usually do.
I don't. You know what
Like
I
how
do?
often?
I only ever change... This is so disgusting.
Oh boy.
I only ever change my sheets when I remember about it that I need more to fill the washer.
Oh.
I only use it as like I need a top off kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, I can wash my sheets. And how often that happens is not nearly often enough. It's really
I
hard.
usually do about every time I wash my clothes or every other time. So, once a week, once every 2 weeks. But it's been
You're
probably a
supposed
month.
to change them like every week.
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I change it once a month.
And I have crumbs in my bed.
Ew. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Wait, you only change yours once a month and this is long for me that it's been a month? Okay, I feel better now.
No, if I change it once a month, that's good.
This is bad for me that I haven't changed it.
How often do you switch out your towel?
My towel? Maybe every... Well, I have... So, it's a rotation system. I have one towel for my face, a body towel, but it's okay because I'll explain. And I have one towel for my body. Well, I use the body towel for probably a week. Or no, the other way around. I use the face towel for probably a week, and then it becomes a body towel. And then I get a new face towel, and then the old body towel gets out. So then I have a face towel. It's like a week. and then the dirty face towel becomes then the cleanish body towel, and then I get a fresh towel for a week, maybe a week. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
You're doing better than me.
Oh God.
So my cousin, I'm pretty sure he switches out every day.
Wow.
I'm sure I think he gets like every day or every other day or something like that. My other cousin and his wife, I think she said that they switch out every couple days. 2 or 3 days.
Well. It's such a smell.
No! I don't know why people think it's...
Mine do. Oh God.
Are people not washing themselves very well?
Just the water sitting in it, I think.
But you're supposed to hang it so it dries, and it dries really quick. My towel dries apparently really quick, because mine don't stink. Mine don't stink.
Not that they stink, but they just smell like wet.
I don't... Nope. I guess mine don't.
Well, you haven't said a number, so I'm just...
I don't want to say
No, you have to, I think.
And yet again, me switching out my towel is probably just like, oh, I need a laundry topper.
So how often is that? Every month?
Maybe, yeah.
Do you use the same towel for your body and your face?
Yeah. I clean my face first.
My jaw. What do you mean first?
I pat my face.
You say first like it's not the same towel from before. Like
it's not like I'm like. It's not.
You're not. You don't floss.
No.
You don't floss between your legs and your towel. I don't either.
I don't floss, but I don't.
But I do dry my butt crack.
See, I don't. No.
Just like your back and your legs. And arms.
It's just my majority body. Anything that's like intimate places that is kind of gnarly. No, I just like pat dry with like toilet paper.
Oh.
I'll get toilet paper or something afterwards.
I do a pat.
I don't floss with a towel, and that's why I feel like I'm fine leaving it for a little bit longer.
Can you imagine actually doing that? I feel like that would burn. I would get like rug burn. Towel burn. Anyway.
But yeah, no, that's why I'm
But you say first, like it's not the same towel that you then...
But it's a new day.
Dry your body. It's a new
day.
It's a new day, so it's different, I guess. That's so silly. It's a new day.
It's so gross. But no, I'm cleaning off a clean body.
But even if my armpits were clean, I wouldn't want to touch my armpits towel to my face. Even if they were sparkling.
But where your armpits touch on the towel is different than where your face is touching.
I have like contamination about this. Like I just feel like the towel's ruined, I guess. I don't trust myself to not put my face in the same place.
I know I'm not the only one, folks. Don't even lie. I'm not the only one. Towels are clean. If they're drying off clean water off of a clean body, they're clean.
I agree. I think I just have like I just skeeve about it. I don't know why. I just don't want my face like near.
I would be much more skeeved out if I wasn't someone who's dedicatedly scrubbed. If I was just like let the water run over me, I'd probably have to switch out my towel on a regular basis because then you're using the towel to exfoliate what you should be doing in the shower.
Well, another thing is like, let's say that there might be conditioner left over on my skin that I dry off with the towel. I don't want to put conditioner on my face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't know if it's enough to...
I don't risk it. But you go your month and you
establishes that I'm a disgusting.
You go your month and you wipe your face out with your butt towel.
You know what?
It's fine.
It's not recording.
Are you serious?
It's not recording.
Since when?
Since probably a real long time.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
How long?
Probably 20, 30 minutes.
What time? Well, how much time did you have?
How much time do you have on?
I have 1:18.
Okay, so I missed like 16 minutes.
Oh God, it's gonna be all my stupid voice.
No, you'll just have to break it up and then turn my portion up.
I don't want to.
Sorry. I don't know how it stopped recording.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I don't want to.
You don't have to.
Maybe I'll post it. No. Well,
I know how.
If you want to.
Send it. So, clip it, edit it, send it, and then I'll do the audio edit.
Well, why don't you edit the audio first and then I'll...
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll send this to you. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine. Now I just have to get used to you use.
You use whatever you want.
And I don't know how to use mine. I'm not a professional.
Well, whatever you want. Just send me the audio file, and then I'll put the two together.
Okay.
And do it like I always do.
Okay.
I think I, like, chemically burned my legs last night, by the way.
That just fully established that I'm a disgusting human being. You know what's actually good, though? Maybe we should leave that dimmed. Maybe you won't hear me talk about how disgusting I am if we leave that dimmed.
No!
Anyway,
that's only fair.
Chemical burn? What?
No, not a chemical burn. But, like, I shaved my legs last night, and I sprayed this, like, oil, like, body oil spray that I have.
Ooh, that's like aftershave. That burns.
It doesn't burn. It's like a baby oil feeling. And I'm, like, hanging out, and I'm like, my legs are on fire. Ow, my legs are on fire! And I look down and they look like they were, like, sunburnt. And they still do. Like, I can go like this and, like, the blood, like, rushes back.
You got a chemical burn!
And I'm like, well, this is my brain. I laughed at myself after I said this in my own head. I was like, that's so weird. I've had this... I've been using this since I was, like, 16. Oh, I've had this same bottle of body oil since I was 16.
Oh, no. I've done that a lot.
I've had it for 6 years, and I just pulled it out randomly and be like, oh, I used to like this.
I have a little tube of Bite lip mask that I've had for years. My friend got it for me for Christmas years and years and years ago, and I've only ever used, like, a tiny little bit. You only need a tiny bit, and it's lasted me. I mean, talking like a little tiny tube of it. I've had it for years. It's probably real bad. But you know, on packages, it has that little canister with the lid. It has like 18M. 18 months after you open it, that's when it expires. Yeah, this thing, like, expired 6 years ago. That's a problem.
Yeah.
But I did hear that, like, when medication, if you have, like, a bottle of Tylenol or something and it, like, says it is expired, it doesn't actually expire. It's, like, not bad for you. It's just not as effective.
It's not as potent.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my ankles are burning.
Would you like some oatmeal body
I thought about,
lotion?
honestly, pouring milk on my legs in desperation.
So you know what was really weird? I'm wondering if it was some kind of terrorist attack on my book or something.
What?
So I had a book.
Your face. The way you changed it up so fast. You say oatmeal, you want some oatmeal lotion, and then you go, I think, like this, your face scrunched up. I think there was a terrorist attack. You look like the Grinch, your face is scrunched up.
My brain is a very special place to be. But no, I was reading this one book.
Are you recording? Because I don't trust you.
I am recording now. I was reading this book and I was holding it, and I don't know what was on the cover of it, but I was holding it, my hand started to burn. I mean, like, stinging, burning. I thought, like, fire ants were crawling on me, like, burning. To the point where I actually did pour milk into a glass and stick my hands into a glass of milk. And I was like, what is happening? There was some kind of chemical something or other on this cover of this book.
Ew.
And I had no idea what was happening.
Weird.
It was very concerning. I think I gave it to a friend. She never gave it back. She's not my friend anymore.
When I was in high school a few times, I took, like, a cold medicine. And my feet and my hands, like, blew up in, like, hives, and they were swollen. And it happened, like, twice. But the second time it happened, I had, like, an art final due the next day. So I was, like, my hands were literally so swollen. They didn't even look like mine. But I was, like, coloring, like this, like a little kid, like, gripping a little, whatever, pencil.
Like that full-handed grip.
Yeah, I, like, couldn't close my hand, and it was so freaky weird.
Yeah. As I smushed my thumb a while back in a car door.
Oh, yeah.
And just the pressure of it, it just felt like the tip of my finger was going to explode from all the pressure and everything. And it had, like, a blood blister underneath my nail. And if it gets bad enough, you're actually supposed to poke a hole through it and drain it.
My dad
so
said
I
that.
texted my cousin who's studying to be a doctor, and I'm like, I don't think it's to the point yet, but do I need to drain this? He's like, nah, you good. And I'm like, okay. But it felt so much pressure, and I'm like, I might have to stab a hole in it just because it hurts that bad because of all the pressure.
Yeah, my dad's poked a hole in a blood, whatever, in his nail, and he said it, like,
yeah,
the blood fountained out of it.
Ew.
It's so gross.
My mom always talks about how my brother projectile vomited one time over his own body. Like, as a baby, he's laying there on his back. He projectile vomited, and it shot far enough that it didn't touch his body. It didn't land on him. It just
Good
shot
for
right
him.
over him in an arc.
My sister, one time when she was little, she was sick and she had to throw up. So she started running towards the bathroom, threw up, slipped in it.
Ew! Ew! Oh no!
She threw up everywhere.
Do you remember that one Vine? The woman is like meditating with a horse mask on, and it's the little kid runs by. My poop is coming.
Yes.
I love that one. Oh my gosh, good old Vine. I miss those days. Did you ever make Vines?
No, we talked about it on the color palette episode.
Did we?
I wasn't allowed to get it, but I made that one with my friend where you can help old people.
Oh yeah.
So if you love old people, please help.
Brilliant. An absolute masterpiece. Where's your Oscar?
I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. No, I've been thinking about it a lot. We should quit our jobs, we should quit school, and we should dedicate our lives to writing the script for this no-budget film. I've got the whole
If I had nothing else going on, I'd love to.
It'd be great.
Do you think I should quit school? I have a year left.
I guess I can be patient and wait. I'll start working on the script or something, but I've got like the storyline. I want it to be so serious. Like I want it to be a serious storyline, but I need it to happen in like medieval times, just so we can have like armor and helmets and swords and everything, but it be like a
How
pool
are we
noodle.
gonna get? Okay.
Like a pool noodle and like cardboard,
But like not acknowledge it.
but not acknowledge it. Have it be so dead serious and like really well acted.
This is so
But
interesting.
not acknowledge the fact that it's cardboard chainmail kind of thing. I think that'd be so freaking funny. But like actually make it good where you're torn between is this actually good or am I just like
Where are we gonna find these people though? Do like a casting call or whatever?
yeah. If you want to be a part of a monumental cinematic masterpiece, a shift in the way cinema is done. Here we are. We're holding auditions next year at some point. Be ready, folks. Be ready. But I think that'd be actually hilarious. But I kind of like, as a statement, because we've gotten to a point where movies have relied on CGI so much where they do it even when they don't need to.
Yeah.
Like, what's his face? George Lucas. When he was doing Star Wars, which one was it? I don't remember which one. Which young Anakin? You don't watch them. Okay.
No.
The one I can never remember which goes with which, but when Anakin is a little kid and he's going through the race, the stands that everybody is in, that was practical. They did that practically, not CGI, and they did it by just colored Q-tips in these little holes, and they would blow air underneath it to make them all move and everything. And because it was like a panned out shot, it looked fine. It looked fine for what it was in that time. If you can do it practically, do it practically. Even if it costs a little bit extra, like, anyway, CGI almost always costs more than practical anyway, and it always looks fake. If you can do it practical, do it. And I know one of my favorite things is the fact that they did Aragog in Harry Potter, the big, huge spider. That was practical. That was like an actual mechanical spider and everything, rather than it making a big CGI spider, which would have been totally obvious that it was CGI. They did it practically, and it was such a brilliant move. I don't know why we have relied so much on CGI for things that... And when I see behind the scenes of full green screen, everything is green screen, folks. To a point, but you can make it... You can find locations. The Hobbit movies were all filmed in New Zealand. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Gorgeous scenery and everything. It made it look so good. And, you know, those films will always be beloved. But, like, do less. And it will be more.
Talk less. Smile more.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where are you going with this?
I'm with you. I hate the way CGI looks.
Yeah. Especially when it's on a human and it's just...
I can't follow... Like, my eyes don't follow it. Like, I watch, like, Marvel movies and there's, like, an action scene and I'm like, this doesn't feel impressive because I know it's not real. You know what I mean?
It immediately takes me out of a movie.
It
and
just
it's
goes
like,
past my eyes. There's too much going on.
It puts me right into the screening room of it, or like, the computer room, basically putting it together. It's like, I'm not involved in the story anymore. I'm just looking at how this movie was put together, and it was put together poorly.
Love The Princess Bride. Like, that's a fighting scene that is, like, impressive.
Which
I can
one?
follow it. Just all of them.
Just the whole thing.
The whole thing is impressive. No, because my brain can follow it, and it's real. When I'm watching, like, a Marvel fighting scene, I'm like, it's just going past my eyes because there's too much going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of my favorite things, this is totally a nostalgic thing, because it's terribly, terribly made movie. White Christmas. Have you seen White Christmas?
Well, remind me, because I feel like all Christmas movies.
Well, in the very beginning, they are. Is it World War I? Or World War II? I don't know. One of the wars. They are. It might not even be one of those. It doesn't matter. It's a war. And the scenery for it is so bad. It's so, so bad. But instead of a green screen, they literally have like a sheet that was painted with like dark clouds and everything. And it's just hanging up there. At one point, someone's moving around. You can actually see the sheet ripple or something. I don't know. Just something ridiculous. But it is so obviously done on a stage.
Yeah.
But it's so well acted. Or at least what I think in that time, what is well acted. I love that movie to no end. Because it's not, it is. It's like so poorly made, but they're not acknowledging it. And then it makes you almost impossible not to immerse yourself into it and into the characters' lives and stuff. I adore that movie.
It's probably also easier to act when you're not, like, just surrounded by green screen and literally nothing. And
that's, like, people always say, like, oh, I have to act toward a tennis ball, and it was really difficult because it's like, yeah, because you have to, like, force yourself into a mindset that's not there.
Yeah.
And when you're forcing yourself into a mindset, it becomes very clear that you're acting.
It's so impressive when people can do it, though.
Less is usually more when acting.
I feel like Dave and Alvin and the Chipmunks. I love those movies.
I haven't seen one of those movies in probably 15 years.
So
good. Are they good?
I don't know. They were good, I thought. Could be wrong.
Could be. Might be a little bit biased. I don't know. I feel like we could make a great movie.
Okay.
With, like, really, really shoddy, just like an iPhone kind of movie. We could do it.
I hate school. Because I changed my major because my school has, like, this hypothetical tool where you can, like, take your current standing, like, as far as, like, how many credits you have, and, like, look at different majors or add a minor or add classes and, like, see what your standing would be. And I did that, and I changed it to communications media production, and I had, like, met most of the requirements because I just need a lot of electives. Mm-hmm. So they were recommending to me, like, to add a something or to change a something so that you have kind of, like, a direction of electives so you're not just taking, like, pottery. And I was like, oh, sick. I'll change this. I changed it. Well, it was not what I was looking at. I changed it, and now I'm, like, halfway done. Mm-hmm. I have to change it back. But anyway, I would graduate in a year and a half instead of a year. But it would be interesting. Cool. It would be cool. But
I really wanted to do some kind of media.
Yeah.
Some kind of something. Just because I love how things come together and are put together and made. And that's why I can't enjoy things casually. When I'm watching a movie, I'm thinking about the casting. I'm thinking about the directing, the stage production of it. I'm thinking about all the pieces and parts. Because I love how things come together and work. And that's why I want to be Tech Crew so bad. Because I love being a part of how it all comes together.
Back to Tech Crew.
What I was also thinking about the fact that if you do your job correctly, you do not exist. If a tech crew does their job properly, no one will ever think about them. And that's how you know you're doing a good job. If somebody goes out on stage and their costume is messed up, somebody's thinking, costume design didn't do something. If you're thought about in any capacity, you're doing something wrong.
It's weird. It's true.
I want to be so good at my job that it seems like I don't exist.
You gotta be an NPC.
I need to be well, no.
A Tech Crew NPC.
I know. I need to be the playable character that is like a freaking ninja. They're there. It's happening.
Doing somersaults.
You don't know it. Yeah. But yeah, I really want to be tech crew. I gotta figure something out. I can't just. I love my job. I'm very good at my job. Not to toot my own horn, but beep beep, freaking toot toot.
Toot, toot.
I just need a little bit of something to break up the monotony. I love it. I'm not gonna give it up ever. But I also don't want to be sitting in my house because I'm technically full time in my job, but my full time, because of how hard it is on your body,
Yeah.
is like a part-time job for every other person. So I max out at like 18 appointments, which depending on how long they are, is like 20 to 25 hours of massage time.
Wow.
And that's pushing it. Like I'm done after that. I can't.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's very, very physically demanding. So I can't do 40 hours of massage. I would die. But I have all this extra time that I'm like, what am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining because I do have books. And I am so good with that.
She's got fan fiction, folks.
I'm just trying not to. Not as much.
And her blankie.
I got Dude, this book, though, is so stinking good. I'm almost done with it for the second time. Oh my god, it's so good. So, so good. I have so many highlights. Look at how many highlights I have through this thing.
Yeah.
So many highlights. I'm not there yet, but... So good. Anyway, but yeah, I have my books, but I need to do something else with my life. Something actually more productive. I would like to be a productive something or other. But yeah. Are you an NPC? Ask yourself that, folks, and if you think you are,
They are. Our
change up.
listeners are definitely NPCs. They're just little numbers. Very little numbers.
My phone just popped on. I didn't touch it or anything, so that was weird.
You make me nervous.
I think we are well over our time limit for today.
I mean,
Where are we at?
1:36.
Yeah, we're done. Talk at you next week.
Wait, we always end so abruptly.
What else are we supposed to do?
Have
Do you want me to do a song and
Have
dance?
a good day.
We'll do a song and dance. Hey-o.
You can't see it.
Nope.
Okay. Now we'll talk at you next week.
Bye.